This is this is the Conscious Hour, and I want to let you see this because it's really about education. And when I was in school, I learned about world politics and stuff, and I learned that they were lying to me about a bunch of stuff. One thing, what Russia was our enemy. I was born in '52. Well, by '59, I realized that Russia was our ally in World War I and World War II, and so I was being taught propaganda to justify our military-industrial complex, to justify our war in Vietnam that we're going over there fighting communism, to justify every war that we've ever been in. No, it's not a war we've been in. It's a war that we got involved in so we could take over a foreign country's resources. This is going to be a two-part series, but I really want you to watch this closely and listen closely and then share it with the younger generation because they have no clue about history because we weren't taught world history.
Israel and the United States against Iran. This is the second war in less than 2 years that the United States and Iran have imposed on Iran. Iran did not start this war. Israel and the United States started this war. Well, you have a situation of grave instability. I suppose what the Chinese are thinking is that they have to exercise their sovereignty over Taiwan now before the United States does something quite stupid, like, for instance, placing a nuclear weapon in Taiwan. I wouldn't put it past the Trump administration to try to do something reckless to take the attention away from Iran.
Let's turn then to the big enchilada of the moment, which is the reckless, illegal war to which you've just referred. It was, of course, reckless. It was, of course, illegal. But it was also very stupid, wasn't it? It has backfired spectacularly. It's the least popular war in American history. Something like 16% of the American public support it. Fine young Americans sent to their deaths, American treasure being burned, blood being shed on an enormous scale, war crimes being carried out, the one we talked about with the ship, but the war crime of deliberately bombing the ancient and historic sites, 5,000-year-old sites in Isfahan, the war crime of the little girls who were murdered. It's turned out to be a thoroughgoing disaster for the empire, has it not?
Well, let's go back 50 years, George, and consider that there is a feast of propaganda that says that the United States is good at using its military. In fact, quite the opposite. And let me very quickly run down the record so that we're all on the same page on this. The United States pursued an illegal and grotesque war in Korea. And what you have now is a divided Korea. There was no victory in Korea. In fact, there was merely an armistice in 1953. That war continues. Then move to Vietnam. United States in 1975 had to flee Vietnam because it in fact lost the war. Vietnam now is united, is governed by the Communist Party in Vietnam. United States, after many, many attempts to control Afghanistan, had to basically admit defeat after using every single piece of its arsenal except nuclear weapons. I mean, that war started in 1978 and continued all the way till 2020, 2022. That was a defeat for the United States. United States went to war in Iraq in 2003, but in fact started that war in 1991, was able to remove Saddam Hussein, but does not control the government in Iraq. Then if you move to Libya, United States and France conducted a grotesque war in Libya, destroyed the country, murdered Muammar Gaddafi, and now has left it a ruin. They don't control it. It is a ruin. Which war as such has the United States ever won in modern times? I don't know. I would like to be told. I know there's a reputation of the United States as being able to use its military and win things. What the United States military is very good at, George, is breaking things. It's not.
This is the Conscious Hour, and every war since Vietnam was based on lie. Muammar Gaddafi, they got rid of him because he was going to issue an African dollar, a currency for the entire country. He was going to build the largest water system over northern Africa from Libya all the way over to Egypt. A water system that would then make a garden of northern Africa to feed the whole population in Africa. But the US, oh no, we couldn't have these other people over there building democracies and really working for themselves, because we have this predatory military industrial complex that refuses to not stop, but refuses to not get out of the wars, and continues to go into countries to steal their resources so they can make profits. And then they use our soldiers, our kids, as cannon fodder. This is the Conscious Hour, folks. This is part one, and we're going to continue this in part two. Education is key. Make sure you share this with everyone so they understand the lies and deception we've all been fed. It's the Conscious Hour. Please hit the like button, share button. Please donate too. Thank you very much.